Hi there, it's Sarah from Calm Pilates, which is all about slow movement for a balanced body. So in this video today, we're going to focus on shoulder and neck pain, which is very common because a lot of people will put their stress in their shoulders and in their neck. It can also be from, sitting behind a desk for too long and actually not having an active lifestyle. So having not the strength in the shoulders, that can cause a problem. So for balanced shoulders, we want a combination of strength, flexibility and stability to have that perfect combination where your shoulders and your neck wouldn't give you any pain. And that's what we're working on today. Now, before we start, I want you to focus on having a neutral positioning in your shoulders. If you have pains in your shoulders, that could indicate already that you're a bit hunched anyway. So what we want to do is open up. So rotate the shoulders, drop them back and slightly squeeze your shoulder blades together as if there is a tennis ball between the shoulder blades that you slightly give a squeeze. So breathe in. As you breathe out, you rotate and hold them there. And it is as if you are lengthening through the collarbones. I want you to breathe out, take the arms up and rotate them forward. That's it, so breathe out. And as your hands go over your head, make sure that your shoulders stay relaxed away from the ears. So breathe out, make sure that the shoulders here stay low, and bring them back down. A few more. Last one before we change direction. And then from here, you go the other way. So breathe out. It's a little bit harder the other way, or at least it is for me. So you try and find the edge of your range that you can do with your hands. Now, the challenge really is to keep your shoulders relaxed. If you find that they are coming up, then I want you to take your hands a little bit wider so that you don't put your shoulders under that much pressure. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. That's it. And relax. And then from here, I'm just going to make sure that our neck is nice and relaxed. So a nice neck stretch is actually making sure that you stay in neutral to begin with. So I want you to have your parallel feet, your relaxed knees, your neutral pelvis, and your shoulders are all going to stay in position. Now I want you to take your right ear towards your right shoulder. That's it. And then from here, I want you to think about lengthening the crown of the head towards where the ceiling meets the wall. So you really lengthen. So the shoulders drop down and the head lengthens. And you really feel you're stretching out the side of your neck. Now from here, I want you to look at your shoulder. Perfect. And you really feel it again. It stretches out a little bit deeper and then back to the middle. So keep everything in line, don't move the shoulders, but again you're going to take the crown of the head to where the ceiling meets the wall and lengthen. So the key here is not to just have a relaxed neck, but to lengthen, really try and aim to get the crown of the head in that space. And then from here, look at your shoulder. Again, lengthen through the crown. What I would say is that your neck hasn't been warmed up yet, so don't go beyond what you can do. You want to enjoy the stretch, but you don't want to go crazy in it because you don't want to pull any muscles. Okay, back into the middle. We're going to come down so that we're ready for a press-up position. So walk into hands and knees position, and then I'm going to give you different levels because I'm sure there will be people watching this that are a little bit stronger compared to others. So first level is to be in a box position. Now, once you're here, I want you to take your hands wider than the shoulder. So it may well be that you're off the mat with your hands. It's absolutely fine. If you feel that this is going to be too easy, or if you start doing the exercise, which we'll start in a second, and it is too easy, I want you to take everything forward and put your hips in line. You can actually cross your legs behind you, but your hips need to be in line and you have a diagonal line from your shoulders towards your knees. That will be your starting position. And then for those who want to, I'm not going to stop you, you can do a full press-up position if you like. Now I'll take the intermediate position. What I want you to do is in the press-up position, you're going to breathe in towards the floor. On the out breath, I want you to hold your belly button towards the spine support, and then I need you to come into sort of a hunched position, really pressing into the mat actively and engaging your serratus anterior, sort of underneath the ribs. That's it. So breathe in, breathe out. That's it. So breathe in towards the floor, breathe out. Now, notice that my nose doesn't go between my hands, it goes forwards and down. So it's a chest between the hands, and on the way up, you have to hold your core. So breathe in, on the way up, belly button towards the spine. If the breathing is a bit alien to you, I have done a separate video on the neutral positioning and the breathing that you can watch. And then when you feel you have got that under control, you can join us again. Breathe in, breathe out. So it's really important that on the out breath, you hold your core in. So belly button towards the spine, on the way up. Give me 4 more. That's it. So we're strengthening the shoulders, the serratus anterior, to help stabilize your scapulae, your shoulder blades. Last 2. Last 1. And sit back into child pose. Relax, put your bum onto your heels. Relax the shoulders, slide them back. And have a breather. And then sit up. Now from here, again, we're going to work on the strength in your shoulder girdle. So when people feel pain in their shoulders and in their neck, they often think about just stretching, but actually doing the strengthening work will really relieve, in the long term, will actually really help solve the issue as well. So it's a combination of the 3: flexibility, stability, and strength. So back to strength, here we go. So come into your box position, take your toes under. Now I want you to really spread your fingers across the mat, really press into the mat actively and raise your knees, just 5 to 10 centimeters. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't ask me what that is in inches, because I don't do inches. Just 5 to 10 centimeters, so you hover over the floor, belly button towards the spine. That's it. Breathe in wide. As you breathe out, belly button up. Now, if you're a bit more advanced, think about your pelvic floor as well on the next out breath. So breathe in. As you breathe out, belly button up. Lift the pelvic floor. So for your shoulder, this is a lot of strengthening work. You're holding your body weight onto your hands. That's why you have to spread your fingers. So it's not just your wrist taking the brunt of it. 2 more. 1 more, 1 more. And sit back. And then take your arms round for a second to just release the shoulders. You've done a lot of strengthening there. More to come. And then gently sit up. So release the shoulders by just doing a gentle shoulder roll. We have to come onto our side into a side plank. Now I love planks. There's literally no time in your life that you can't do a plank. You can do it throughout pregnancy, after pregnancy, young, old, literally it's always going to be good for you. Now what you want to make sure when you do your side plank is that you lift from the waist. This is about your waist strength, but initially you'll feel it in your shoulders as well, because obviously you're taking your body weight up and that is your support. Again, your wrist has to be flat on the mat. Spread your fingers so you've got a good base. You want your elbow to be under the shoulder. Lift. Again, look the difference between if I slouch, as I also slouch in the joint. If I lift in the waist, I'm kind of reaching away from that, which is lovely. Knees on top of each other. Your ankles, hips and shoulders are in one line, so your knees are naturally in front. Breathe in. As you breathe out, belly button in. Take that hand to help you into that position and reach up. Now just stay here. If you want to take it up a level, I'll take you up in 1 second. Hold on. So breathe in wide into the ribcage. As you breathe out, belly button towards the spine. Lift the pelvic floor. So as you breathe in, you feel you're opening. As you breathe out, as my hand suggests, you feel you're making a fist with your core. Everything goes in. That's it. If you want to go into a full plank, you can join me. Breathe in, breathe out. 4 more breaths. If you need a break, you take a break. 3 more. Last 2, last 1. Keep that waist high, push the hips high. And then gently come onto the knees. Take your hands near your knees, just stretch out by reaching through the fingers. Reach round and come round, mermaid stretch, to just release the waist muscles that you just have worked there. And then from here, come and lie on your back and just be safe on the way down, which just means control the movement. And if you can, unfold onto the mat and straighten the legs. Now from here, we're going to just focus on your shoulder stability. If your shoulders are quite hunched, you will find it quite hard to release them and let them find the floor. So just make your shoulders a bit wider, relax them down to the floor. That's it. Now from here, if you feel that your head position is not allowing this to happen, you can always have a little cushion behind your head, and that will make it easier for you. You will know if you need it. If I want your gaze to be in front, so if you see straight to the ceiling, and then I want you to paint the ceiling for 30 degrees, to be exact, and that's where you stop your gaze. If you feel that you're watching behind you, that's an indication that your head alignment is not right. So then maybe you want your little cushion so that you can actually have your head in the right alignment. Now, breathe in, breathe out. Tummy moves into the body. I want your rib cage to come down, but you've got your lumbar curve here. That's your neutral spine in lying down position. Breathe in. As you breathe out, I want you to reach through the fingers. We're just going to take them overhead, and similar to the standing position, it means the shoulders will want to come and play, but you have to keep them into their place. That's it. So as they come over, keep your rib cage down, tummy moves in, stabilize everything. If that means you can't go all the way down, that's okay. On the in-breath, you take them back next to the hips. So breathe out, that's it. Tummy moves in. Now, often with postural issues, which shoulders definitely is, it's about doing things little and often. And also it's about being aware. So be aware what's happening in your shoulders, and then you can, as you're aware, then you can start countering it. And that's the same thing during the day. So if you feel your shoulders are raised, you have to make a conscious effort to rotate them and slide them back. And the more you do that, the easier it will get as the muscles adjust. So one more. That's it. And then from here we have to go on to our other side. So the easiest way to do, if you're quite strong in your abdominals, make this a nice abdominal channel and you come up. If you find it quite hard, just take your hands around the knee and use that as a lever to come up, and then stretch out, and then take your legs the other side. Side plank. So elbows under the shoulders, double check, knees on top of each other, ankles, hips, shoulders in one line, lift from the waist. So that's important, don't slouch, lift, as if there's a candle and you don't want to touch the flame. I always use the spare hand to get you up, and then I take it away. So breathe in as you breathe out, come onto the fleshy bit of your knees, push your hips high, and then also try and keep both hip bones in line as well, so that they're both pushing forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, belly button towards the spine. If you can, you lift your pelvic floor. So breathe in, breathe out, belly button in. So that's your TA that you're contracting. Now the pelvic floor, even if you would be in the room with me, I wouldn't be able to see if you're engaging it. So just think about zipping up, pelvic floor up towards your belly button and back on the out breath. So 3 more. If you want, you can make them into full planks. I think we have got 2 more in us, come on. Breathe in, breathe out. So really push the elbow into the mat, last one. And then come onto your knees. Take your hands near your feet. Again, reach through the fingers. So a lot in Pilates is not just having sort of a half active arm or leg. You really want to reach. So you've got a nice active arm, reaching over and then coming over. So stretching out the waist, just there. And reach. That's it, and then take your hands to the front of the mat. So if you come back into your box position, we're going into a down dog. So take your hands a little bit more forwards compared to your shoulders. Spread your fingers. So downward dog is definitely borrowed from yoga, but sometimes you have to incorporate the exercises that you know work for Pilates as well. So spread the fingers, push the thumbs down, and then I want you to actively press into the mat. Now keep your knees bent, and I want you to press back. Press back, press back, press back, press into the mat as well, so you keep engaging. Now, once you've got your tailbone high, your head is nice and just relaxed. So you're not pressing forward, you're not pressing up. Your neck is just in a line, in the perfect alignment, just heavy towards the floor. Then I want you to start trying to unfold the legs, and then the heels come a bit closer to the floor. It doesn't matter if you can't touch the floor with your heels. That's something to aim for, but by no means, you know, is that success. Success is if you feel the stretch. So press back. Now keep working and opening the shoulders. So your shoulders should not be near your ears. So keep reaching the shoulders away from the ears, opening up the top of the spine. Now make sure that your spine is not going concave or hunching. So we're looking for that straight spine. And if you just think about your tailbone and pressing that back, and then also think about your head reaching the other way, so lengthening, we're not moving, we're just lengthening, that will really help. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Well done. And then come onto the knees, sit back onto your heels, take your hands around, just child pose, relax. Relaxation, that's what it feels like. Relaxed shoulders, just catch your breath. And then gently roll up. So well done. I would say do this routine little and often, so 3 times a week, and then just keep it going and see if you get an improvement. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon. Bye.